Rain poured over the dim streets of Chicago as Emily Carter, a tired 29-year-old single mom, rushed down her apartment steps with a broken umbrella and a backpack full of bills. Her phone buzzed, her babysitter reminding her rent was due. Her daughter, Lily, slept soundly upstairs, dreaming of birthday cake and cartoons. But Emily had no time to dream. She was late, again, for a job interview at a marketing firm that could finally change their lives. Her Uber was late. She groaned. Of course, just my luck. Then, a black luxury car stopped in front of her. She rushed toward it and knocked on the window. Finally. I've been waiting forever. Can we please move? I'm late already. The driver, a tall man in his 30s, dressed in a dark gray suit, looked surprised but quietly opened the door. Sure, he said with a small smile. Hop in. Emily slid into the back seat, dripping wet. You know, she muttered, for someone driving Uber Black, you should really be faster. People have lives, you know. He chuckled quietly. I'll keep that in mind. As they drove, she kept ranting about rent, rude clients, and how unfair life felt. He listened silently, glancing at her reflection in the mirror. Something about her strength under stress caught his eye. Finally, they arrived at the tall glass building downtown. She handed him a crumpled $10 bill. Here. You deserve a tip for putting up with me. He smiled again, voice calm and kind. Keep it. You'll need it more than I do. She frowned. What's that supposed to mean? You'll find out soon enough. Emily ran through the lobby, panting, trying to fix her frizzy hair. The receptionist looked up. You're here for the marketing assistant position, right? The CEO will be interviewing personally today. Emily froze. The CEO? Oh no. She barely had time to collect herself when the office door opened. There he was. The same man from the car. Good morning, Miss Carter, he said with a knowing smile. I'm Ethan Reed, CEO of Reed Global. Her eyes widened. Wait, you're not your Uber driver, he finished, chuckling. Her cheeks flushed crimson. Oh my God. I am so sorry, Mr. Reed. I didn't. Relax, he said, waving it off. I've been called worse. The interview began awkwardly, but as she spoke about her work ethic and late nights raising her daughter, Ethan saw something rare: authenticity. You've had a tough journey, he said quietly. I admire that. Most people would have given up. She nodded, trying to hold back tears. Giving up isn't an option when a little girl's counting on you. He smiled softly. I think you'll fit right in. A week later, Emily got the call. You're hired, said the HR director. She screamed with joy, hugging Lily. Mommy got the job. Days turned into weeks. Emily proved herself, sharp, hardworking, and full of creative ideas. She stayed late most nights, trying to repay the opportunity she'd been given. Ethan often stayed late too, not just because of work. He found excuses to stop by her desk, offering coffee or asking for her opinion. You've got a fresh perspective, Emily, he said one night. Don't lose that. She smiled shyly. You mean don't insult the CEO again? He laughed, really laughed this time. Exactly that. Their bond grew, quiet glances, late-night talks, laughter over coffee. But gossip started swirling around the office. She's the CEO's favorite, one coworker whispered. Probably why she got the job. The words hurt, but Emily focused on her work. She'd earned this. One rainy evening, as Emily packed her things, she found a note on her desk. People like you don't belong here. Stop pretending. Tears stung her eyes. She felt small again, like that struggling mom running for an Uber. Ethan noticed her red eyes the next morning. What happened? Nothing, she lied. Emily, he said gently, I see everything that happens in this company. Tell me. She broke down. People think I only got this job because of you. Because I embarrassed myself that day. Ethan's expression hardened. That's not true, and they'll learn that soon enough. The next week, during a company meeting, Ethan stood before everyone. I want to recognize someone who reminded me what real hard work looks like, he said. Emily Carter, the woman you see as just lucky, outperformed every senior on this floor. Applause filled the room. Emily looked up, speechless. Ethan's eyes met hers. You earned this, Emily. Every bit of it. Over time, Ethan revealed more about himself, how he'd grown up poor, raised by a single mother who worked night shifts just like Emily. Maybe that's why your story hit me so hard, he confessed one evening. You reminded me of her. That night, he offered her a ride home, for real this time. They talked for hours, about dreams, fears, and second chances. When they reached her apartment, Lily peeked out the window. Mommy, is that your boss? Yes, baby, Emily laughed. He's a friend. Ethan smiled. Maybe something more, someday. Months later, Emily was promoted to head of creative marketing. She'd bought a small home for her and Lily, nothing fancy, but it was theirs. At the company gala, Ethan made a speech. Behind every great success story is someone who refused to give up. Tonight, that someone is Emily Carter. The crowd cheered. Emily's eyes glistened as she whispered to him. Thank you for believing in me. No, he said softly, thank you for reminding me what success really means. They danced under the golden lights, her laughter echoing through the hall. From struggling single mom to empowered woman, she'd proven that one mistake doesn't define you, but strength does. Never underestimate someone fighting quiet battles, life has a way of turning mistakes into miracles. Sparkling Heart.